Yep. I don't think you're going to get any world champion in the welterweight division cheap.
No, I don't mean. I mean by comparison with someone like a Manny Pacquiao.
Look, Pacquiao is a unique proposition because he's had 56 or so fights. He's fighting for 15, 20 years at the highest possible level, and he's a unique individual. So anyone compared to Pacquiao at the moment is reasonably cheap. Having said that, Manny Pacquiao draws a crowd. I think we had 51,000 people at Suncorp Stadium when he came down, and 15,000 of those were in local Filipinos. So he's quite a unique beast in so much as that you can guarantee you're going to fill stadiums with Manny. So maybe, someone you pay $2 million to is far more expensive than a Manny Pacquiao at $8 million if you fill a stadium. It just comes down to the economics and the drawing power, and that's not an exact science. Right, Jeff Horn's here.
Okay, so by all means, anyone who's got any particular questions to ask of Jeff, just go right ahead.
Benny. Jeff?
Hang on.
Oh, sorry.
Jeff, what are your thoughts after that one, mate? Obviously, Crawford is proved himself a superstar tonight. Glenn said you were a little off. Did you feel off?
Yeah, I did. I just couldn't get in my rhythm in the fight. I really wanted to press him forward. I was actually even thinking in my head, I'm like, I can just imagine what Jeff Fennick or someone's saying right now. I'm just going, people just going, stay on his chest, stay on his chest. And it's like, I just couldn't get on him, and he did very well boxing. His skills in boxing were very good.
Do you feel that you had more in you when the fight was stopped? Because
Yeah, I definitely had more in me before that fight was stopped. I thought it was a little bit early, but look, he's just trying to look after me. I know, as I said before, Joanna would have been extremely happy about it, even though I'm not extremely happy about it. But it wasn't going my way. But those championship rounds, I really feel like I lived.
Just at the start of the fight,
Yes.
yeah. Did you want to jump on him more? I mean, against Manny Pacquiao, you were way in front after the first 6 rounds, but you sort of let him get a head start.
Yeah, I did, and I think that's just styles, I guess, make fights. And Manny Pacquiao's a guy that comes forward, and that worked in my favour because I wanted to come forward as well. But he was very much on the back foot, very cagey, and he would throw a good solid punch if I was to go into it, and I was just timesing his power if I was to walk into him. So I should have probably fainted more and maybe just guarded and took one on the gloves and then got him, but you can only say that now.
Can you win a rematch?
Oh, possibly, yeah. I definitely think I can win a rematch if we had a rematch, and surely I should be allowed one because I was the champion.
Good on you, mate.
Thank you.
Jeff, Terrence said that nothing you did surprised him. Nothing you did surprised him. He expected everything that you brought to the table. Do you think you have enough adjustments in your style? He was kind of getting at the point that you can only change so much of what a fighter does. Do you have more left in the development of your style to trouble some of these slicker guys?
Yeah, definitely. I've got. Look, I should have worked harder in that fight. I should have probably upset him a fair bit more. It was frustrating. I was frustrated in there, but I definitely didn't work things that I was meant to do in there, and I feel I was slightly off in the ring tonight.
Jeff showed an incredible amount of heart and toughness tonight. The big question heading into this fight for Crawford was, what kind of a puncher will he be at welterweight? How was his power at welterweight?
Yeah, it was decent. You definitely don't want to get hit by him like anyone. You don't want to just stand there and get clipped by a. Look, I wouldn't want to go up against a 60-kilo fighter and just let him punch me in the head. So, the power was there. I definitely didn't want to get hit by him.
G'day, Jeff. Glenn and Dean have been talking sort of about possible future options. It's obviously quite soon after the fight you'd be thinking about that. Is there a preference from your point of view? There's been talk of possibly a rematch with Crawford in Australia at some point. Anthony Mundine, Manny Pacquiao, those sort of things. Does anything jump out to you as a goal?
They all sound good to me. All those fights, the Manny Pacquiao and a rematch with Crawford definitely sound pretty good. I'd like to definitely fight in Australia. I love fighting at home and make the guys travel to us rather than to them, and I think that works a lot better.
Jeff, your lead right's been a really good punch for you. He seemed to take care of that pretty well. At what point in the fight did you think your initial plan wasn't quite going to work and that you might have to come up with something else?
Yeah, that was pretty quickly. I figured out. I was like, oh, he's very crafty. He's very good on the gap. I was like, oh, he's figuring out when I'm coming at him, and he was measuring that distance very well, and that just shows he is a good boxer. And look, I should have probably just poured the pressure on a bit more earlier, and maybe that would have upset him.
How are you feeling emotionally at the moment, mate? You haven't had a loss for a little while. It's a new experience for you as a professional, and you had such, it's a big fight for you and what you could have gained in terms of US prominence and sort of winning over the many critics you have over here. You might have won a couple over with your courage tonight, but how do you feel about all that? Yeah,
look, hopefully I did win a few over with the strength I showed in there, and I lasted with the pound for pound number one, or arguably number one. I didn't fight my best either. I hope people could see that, but I definitely feel like at least did all right anyway.
Joe and your mum were sitting right near me. How were they after the fight backstage?
They were fine, I think. They seemed pretty calm. They just seemed happy. I think that I was in good spirits. I said I've got no headache, nothing really wrong with me. I feel fine. I felt probably like I had more wax. I didn't feel buzzed at all in that fight. He did get me with a couple, but nothing actually buzzed me like I felt in the Pacquiao fight.
Here's a question. Grant, wait 1 second. You guys asked a lot of questions around rematches, right? Give me a show of hands if you think a rematch would be a good idea. There you go. Quite interesting, isn't it?
Last few for Jeffries.
Jeff, just on, you mentioned you didn't feel buzzed and you don't have a headache or anything like that. What work have you had done in the locker room? I understand you've had some stitches.
Yes, I've had made sure Dad thankfully organised a plastic surgeon to be backstage. I don't know if anyone else had anything to do with that, but it's very good having a really good doctor to put you together, just the way you were, well, almost how I was back before the fight.
So, have you got a number for us? Like,
I have no idea. I forgot to ask, Stephen. I think we forgot to ask. 26 is that internal as well? 26 with internal stitches as well.
Just remember that plastic surgeons, that's why you get them. They put a lot more stitches in than normal doctors, so that's the reason why he's had so many.
Jeff, you went the distance with Pacquiao. You were able to handle his punches, right? Yeah. What was the difference with Terrence? How come you weren't able to, go the full?
I don't know. I just felt off tonight. I don't know what it was. Something just wasn't there, and it frustrates me to say it, but I just wasn't on tonight, and I wish I fought better and followed the game plan a little bit better, but it just wasn't my night.
This is something, as I said, we'll debrief this and we'll work out exactly why, so we'll do a lot of analysis and get to the bottom of that, but I don't think we saw the best of Jeff Horn tonight, but rest assured you will.
Last two?
Jeff.
Go ahead, in the back.
Jeff, you probably, I guess you have learned some lessons about, this is your first fight over here. I know it's very early, but do you think when you think about it, you might learn some lessons from what you did over here, how early you came over here, all those things in your camp over here? Do you think you could probably improve on those next time you're here?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I would have to sit down and debrief, I guess, with Glenn and see what we could improve on, but I felt fine all the way up until, but just in there I just felt a little bit off for some reason. I don't know what it was. Could have been time-wise, could have been anything. I don't know, I just didn't feel on.
Jeff, your trainer mentioned that you had a blister on your foot that maybe kind of sniffling in the locker room. You said you didn't really kind of feel yourself in there, but did that contribute to maybe part of your performance, do you feel?
Look, the blister definitely was killing me the last couple of days of training. I don't know if anyone could even realise in that last sweat session I really wasn't moving too much and it was killing me. But In there today, it was pretty fine. I didn't notice that the adrenaline took over anyway, so I can't use that as an excuse.
And you mentioned that Crawford, obviously, you don't want to get hit by him. His power is still pretty significant at 147. Can you compare his power to Manny Pacquiao's for me, and just what are the differences?
Look, it's very similar. It's hard to kind of differentiate. If you get punched in the head, they all hurt. So I can show you.
Hey, Jeff, was there, straight ahead.
Yes.
Was there any point at all where you caught it and you thought, you know,
There was one round, I can't remember what it was. I feel like I got him with a decent one, but I wasn't able to jump on him fast enough to kind of make use of it, and I think he recovered pretty quickly, and he's very good on that back foot, so he got out of there pretty quickly. Just did some dancing.
Thanks very much. Dearly appreciate all the support of the media. You've been absolutely brilliant, and we wish you all a safe journey home. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
The media room will be open till 11 p.m. for working media.
Oh, mate, what are you for? You have Thanks, always been so nice and friendly. That's all right. Makes a big difference.
I was listening to Michael Pepper doing the introduction, so I was getting out of the 3-round drop, and I was inside the arena.
I'm not sure where.
Win those rounds, but I guess I didn't want to rush in and get a big one land on me either, so that's why I was a little bit more cautious than I thought I should have been.
Two more. In terms of what Crawford showed in there, you being the bigger guy, how did strength feel and how did his punch feel?
Yeah, look, he had a good punch because speed punch strength equals power, so he definitely was very quick and I definitely didn't want him to get hit by it.
What was the most challenging thing in there going up against a guy like that?
He was just crafty, he was very good on the back foot.
His wife and his family.
Yeah, that's it.
In terms of the future, where do you go from here now?
All right, that's to be determined.
All right, Jeff, thank you so much.
Cheers.
Okay, good night.
Sean, thank you.